What's up, comic fam, comic fans? It's time for that new comic book day haul plus review. So I'm going to get into some 50-cent books I picked up this week, plus this week's new comic book day haul. And we're going to get into it right after this.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back. All right. So let's get into the haul. But first, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell. Go ahead and throw me a thumbs up and comment down below if you like the content. Let's get into it. 50-cent books I picked up this week. Got Barbaric. The Harvest Blades. 1, 2, not 1 and 2. 1, but we got the A. This is the A cover. A cover. We got the B cover. And then we got the C cover. 50 cents a piece. I said, why not? $1.50. I will grab all three. Barbaric's been a really good series. We got this Ryan Brown Starhenge issue, right? And this is Liam Sharp doing his book. I've heard good things about Starhenge. Looks pretty interesting. I didn't read it yet, so for 50 cents, I'll pick it up, especially with that Ryan Brown cover. What else did we get? We got Nick Fury #1 from his series that came out in 2015, 2017. I don't know, I could look inside. Honestly, I got issue 2 a while back. Now I have issue 1, and I can read it. It's a white cover too, and it looks pretty nice. 2017. Yeah, just cool. We got Amazing Spider-Man Learning to Crawl. This is issue 1.2 by Dan Slott. These, any Spider-Man at the 50-cent warehouse is hard to come by. So when you find it, you just kind of grab it, even if it's not a big key. We have Demons #1. This is the Jock cover, 50 cents. This was a Comixology exclusive. So first it was released on Comixology, and then it came out in print. This was actually pretty fun. I liked it a lot. Rick Capullo, Scott Snyder, and this is the Jock variant cover. Then we got X-Force #1, and Steve Spurrier wrote it, part of that Marvel Now. Just thought it was a dope cover. Picked that up. A couple of weeks ago, this book popped. It was selling for maybe $10 a pop. Now it's back down to cover or less. This is Rogues Gallery, but there was a rumor that this was going to be in production, so maybe that'll come out sooner or later. And then X-Men #2. This is like a $10 book. First appearance in there of the High Summoner, I believe, as the character. I've seen a 9.8 of that go for like $50. So roughly it costs you, let's say, $40 to slab a book, and you get 50, so you get $10 profit on that book, or you buy it for 50 cents and you just sell it for 10. Anyway, let's get into this week's books. First off, we have the Amazing Spider-Man #12. If you thought you knew who the Hobgoblin was in this one, you were right. But if you thought you knew who the Hobgoblin was in this one, you were wrong. If you want to know what I mean, you got to check it out. You got to read it. But Zeb Wells has been doing an excellent job. John Romita Jr. has been doing some excellent interiors. The covers have been okay. But overall, it's been a really good story. Peter's working for Norman Osborn now. That explains why he has a glider. If you haven't checked this out yet, I would give Amazing Spider-Man a try, especially if you dropped it after the last run. All right. Next up, we got Strange Academy Finals. I never actually finished the first Strange Academy arc, but I picked this up and I started reading it. I did not realize things got this dark. All right. So things have gotten really dark, really high stakes in this comic, Strange Academy. A lot of magic. Basically the school has separated into 2 factions: those who are still at the school and those who left the school because they did not like what was happening. Gaslamp, if you were reading the story, has a lot to do with that. So do a lot of the players. All right. I think I just yawned. And then Doyle Dormammu is playing a big role, the son of Dormammu. And Yeah, he's not. Who do you think he is? I think he's. They're doing a good job with that character. I like him. All right, next up we have Venom number 12. We got Rom V writing this issue. Dylan's kind of fighting out of this mindscape, this Venom mindscape, to kind of the mind or the Venom hive mind wants him to like figure out, who he really is, what he is, so that he can be stronger, and so that it could be part of Venom. And you see that you got a Venom versus a Venom right on the cover. So that's pretty good. It's a pretty good story. Been thinking about, whether I want to continue on with Venom or not. It's really interesting. It's really dense. If you're just looking for an easy Venom read where he just goes out and kicks butts, don't pick that up. If you want something a little bit more sci-fi and thought-provoking, maybe Venom's for you. All right, we're going to switch gears from Marvel. We're going to hit up DC. We're with Punchline, the Gotham game, okay? Yeah, there's like an influencer in here who like ruins her like testing of a new drug, and then she kidnaps that influencer and kind of infects him with some Luthor Corp stuff that was found. We'll see how it goes. But I will tell you one thing: the Punchline character is badass, and she will fight villains and heroes alike just to do what she wants to do. All right, it's I don't know. Punchline's here to stay. So whether you like her or hate her, Punchline is a thing, and they're going to continue to push her forward. I, for one, don't hate her. I think it's an interesting character. She's really, really, really vicious. Next up, we got another Rom V book, all right? But this is DC. We got Detective Comics with the Batman. A lot of stuff going on in here. There's a music box that's kind of influencing how certain characters act, right? Batman's kind of dealing with his slowing down, I guess. You got Ra's al Ghul's, people fighting another group of ancient, I don't want to say tribe, but another group of people who historically go back to Gotham, trying to lay claim to Arkham and Arkham Asylum. So a lot of stuff happening in that book, but I think it's good. It's not bad. It really is good. It kind of reads like poetry sometimes if you really, because like it just hits like these beats like da 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 da. I don't know how to explain it, without going too much into some details. So we're just gonna say that if you want a thought-provoking detective Batman book, this might be it. With some mysticism and some poetic language. All right, switching gears now. We're off of DC. We're going indie. We got Boom Studios. We got House of Slaughter, issue 10. This is part 5 of Scarlet. There's dragons, apparently. Dragons exist in the the House of Slaughter and the Somebody's Killing the Children universe. I can't go too much further into it without. I just ruined it, right? There's dragons. Read the book. Find out about dragons. All right. What else do we have? I'm not sure. This is Damn Them All. I think this is Boom. Yeah, this is Boom. All right. So you have this girl Elle. This is, by the way, the one per store variant by Danny with Bonvillain on color. It's an interesting cover. And no, it's not upside down. And that's how it was drawn. I'm guessing it has something to do with either the character is on the floor and she's looking over them, or there's a lot of hell in this book, or there's a lot of dealings with demons from hell. So apparently, I think it's 72 demons, or is it 78? 70-something demons have been released from hell. They're all kind of being held captive. I don't want to give too much away, but usually they're like forces, all right? Really like these unnatural forces that will kind of listen to you, but also kind of do their own thing. They're a little malevolent. Anyway, these forces have now been entrapped and they're being basically controlled, and they don't like it. It kind of bothers them, it hurts them, but they don't know how to break free. And they ask this girl to come help them. Like, please help. You're a magician. You're of the occult world. You kind of know how these rituals work. Maybe you can break the spell that whatever group that we're going to find out eventually in the book has over them, or person, or group. Anyway, that's that book. It was a little bit too wordy for my liking, but overall, I thought it was clever. The writing was done well, just a little overdone. Clever book. Happened in England, England. So there's a lot of British slang, I guess, in there. Overall, I think it's worth sticking with. But yeah, it just read a little bit too densely. Like, I thought there was a lot of things that could have been done with a lot less words. That's just me. Anyway, we're on to Vanish number 2 with Donny Cates. All right, this is definitely like Harry Potter meets some mythical world with magic. I don't know how to explain it. Right? It's like Harry Potter gets R-rated. But it's a really good series. Basically, you have this kid who saves the world when he's like 12, kills the main villain, and then years later discovers that these other followers of this uber villain, I believe his name was Vanish, have now reappeared on Earth as like a superhero team, and he's like, they have to go punish, and it kind of raises the question, like, if he just leaves them and lets them be a superhero team, if they're not like the Thunderbolt or anything, not truly a villainous state, who's now the villain, right? This guy who saved the world and then thought he had to finish the job 20, 30 years later, or these villains turned superheroes who could be reformed. I don't know. Stay tuned. Watch. Read. See what happens. Last but not least, we have Firepower number 30. This book has really gotten good because the stakes have gotten higher in this book, right? For a while, it was just kung fu action and ridiculousness, but there is, there's some family involved in this book, and there's some stakes involved in this book. Including a lot of death. Again, there's dragons in this, and Owen, the main character, has really increased his power in this book. Like, he's becoming more and more of this master of kung fu, but he's also just not strong enough to beat the serpents. All right, so a really good book. Chris Samney's doing the art, excellent artist. Robert Kirkman's writing it, excellent writer. It's an excellent book. There's been like one major hiccup in this series, and it was like an arc finale, and I think that's where they lost a big load of people. There were also, in the beginning, there was a lot of exposition, not a lot of action happening. They've kind of gotten past that. I think it's worth a try. If you dropped it early, come back, see what you want, see if you can make it work, see if you like it. I guess I don't really have a true read of the week, guys, but Detective Comics has been excellent, so I would recommend you check out Detective Comics. We're not too far into the Rom V run of it, maybe 3 or 4 issues in, so go ahead and pick up one of those issues. If I had to choose, you know what, House of Slaughter, as I drop my books, it's been all right. It hasn't been something that's going to jump, but it's been all right. I think that was probably my best or favorite indie pick. And then from the major guys, probably these two. But if I had to pick one, let's go with Strange Academy, because it's not truly just a kiddie book anymore. All right, comic fans, that was my new comic book day haul plus review and some 50-cent books. Do what you do. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to get ready for next week's books. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell. Go ahead and throw me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content. Peace! Bam! You didn't see that coming.